In many countries, there's really only one map for a successful life. Study hard. Get top grades. Go to university. Anything else feels like a backup plan, a quiet admission that something went wrong. But in Germany, that map looks completely different. Here, a teenager can choose not to go to university. Not because they failed, but because they found something they'd rather do. They can become a highly trained electrician, a mechanic, a baker, a lab technician. And be respected, secure, and well paid for it. In fact, around half of young Germans take this other road. To a lot of the world, that sounds almost reckless. In Germany, it's just normal. So how did one country build a life path that doesn't run through a university gate? Part 1, The Fork in the Road. To understand it, we have to go back to a moment that surprises most outsiders. In Germany, children are sorted onto different school paths remarkably early. Often around the age of 10. After primary school, students generally split into different tracks. 1. The gymnasium leads toward the Abitur, the diploma you need for university. Others lead more directly toward practical training and the working world. Meet Lena. She's 15. A few years ago, her path branched away from the purely academic route and toward something hands-on. Now, to many parents around the world, this sounds alarming. Decide a child's future at 10? Hold that thought, because the criticism is real, and we'll come back to it. But first, you have to see where Lena's road actually leads. Because in Germany, it doesn't lead to a dead end. It leads to one of the most admired training systems on earth. Part 2, The Dual System. It's called the Dual System. And it's Germany's quiet masterpiece. The word dual means Lena learns in two places at once. A few days a week, she works inside a real company. Paid, with a real contract, doing real work. The rest of the week, she's in a vocational school, the Berufsschule. Learning the theory behind the job. She isn't pretending in a classroom. She's an apprentice, an employee, learning a craft from people who do it for a living. Apprentices spend most of their training, well over half, right inside the company. And Germany recognizes hundreds of official trades you can train in this way. Here's the part that stuns outsiders. Companies pay for this themselves. German businesses cover most of the cost of training, because they see it as the best possible way to grow their own skilled workers. So Lena isn't waiting for life to start after graduation. She's already inside it. Earning, building skills, and being shaped by a profession. Part 3, A culture that respects the trades. But none of this would work without one final ingredient. And it's the hardest one for other countries to copy. Respect. In Germany, learning a skilled trade isn't seen as not making it. It's seen as becoming a professional. There's a powerful title at the heart of this, the Meister, the master craftsman. Becoming a Meister is a state-recognized qualification. It can let you run your own business and train the next generation of apprentices. And the rewards are real, not just symbolic. A skilled tradesperson in Germany can earn a very comfortable living. Sometimes out-earning university graduates, especially over a full career. This respect has deep roots. The system traces back to the craft guilds of the Middle Ages. For centuries, a master craftsman has been a figure of genuine status. So when Lena tells people she's training to be a skilled professional, nobody winces. Nobody asks why she didn't do better. She is doing well. That's the whole point. Part 4, but is sorting kids at 10 fair? Now, the promised honesty. Because this system has a serious, much debated flaw. Remember that fork at age 10? Critics argue that's far too young to shape a child's whole future. And the data raises real concerns. The tracks aren't equally easy to move between. In practice, it's easier to move down than to climb back up. Worse, that early sorting doesn't fall evenly. Children from immigrant or disadvantaged families are more likely to be placed on lower tracks. Sometimes for reasons that have little to do with their actual ability. So a system designed to honor many kinds of talent can also, quietly, lock in the inequalities children arrive with. Germany knows this. It's a live, ongoing debate, and some regions have added comprehensive schools to soften those early walls. So this isn't a perfect system to copy wholesale. The respect for trades. Inspiring. Deciding a 10-year-old's path. Far more controversial. Part 5, 2 different bets. Step back, and you can see 2 completely different bets about life. One bet says, there's a single ladder. Everyone climbs the same way, toward university, and falling off means falling behind. Germany's bet says something else. That there are many ways to build a good life. And a society needs master mechanics as much as it needs lawyers. The first model can crown a few winners. And quietly label everyone else a disappointment. The German model tries, imperfectly, to say that a brilliant electrician and a brilliant professor are both just people who are good at what they do. It doesn't always get that right. The early fork is genuinely unfair to some. But the underlying idea is quietly radical. Maybe not everyone needs to climb the same mountain to have climbed something worthwhile. Ending. So why don't all Germans go to university? Because their country decided, long ago, that university was never meant to be the only door. Just one door among many. It built real roads to a good life that don't require a degree. It put genuine respect behind those roads. And then it trusted young people to walk them. The system is far from perfect. But it asks a question the rest of us increasingly need to face. If we tell every single child that there's only one way to succeed, how many good lives are we quietly teaching them to overlook?